What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Minecraft from the Hardcore server. I am Chief Civ, and we are here for episode 5 of the series. Today, we are going to do a couple of things. First off, I wanted to show you guys one thing that I did do in a new long play. So, gonna do these here and there, just where I feel like I have some time and don't necessarily feel like it needs to go into its own video, but just want to be like a relaxing play, I guess, where people can just kind of sit there, relax. It's not me commentating. You don't have to listen to my stupid voice. So it's just going to be something where you just kind of sit back, relax, and watch me build. So this is the first one that I've done. It is an axolotl pod. Just comes straight out of the starter house. Added in some different pathways. Got some trees as well. Just gonna have this almost as like a town center kind of thing. Gonna have some buildings going off in every direction, or I guess paths that will lead to different parts of the city. And then having some foliage, added in some flowers, some of the flowering azalea trees, just to give it some color. Got a couple of axolotls in there. I think we've got 7 or 8 now, I believe. But yeah, really liking the way that this turned out. A lot of different textures, different colors all came together. Loving how we have a little bit of particle effect on top with the campfires. So yeah, really loving how this turned out. Got some end rods here for lighting, lots of different colors and everything. And then inside we have a lot of different colors with the coral, both types of coral. We got the coral blocks and then just like the flowering coral that goes on top or around it. And then got some kelp jumping in just to give you guys a quick look. Really liking how this turned out. The entire bottom is covered. We got sea pickles just to give it a little bit of light, which is nice. Like how that kind of just gives it a little bit of a glow effect just from the water. But yeah, really loving how this turned out. So if you guys like those kind of builds, let me know what your thoughts are. If you like that kind of video structure where you just kind of watch me build and just hang out, yeah, let me know. I'd like to do more of those. I kind of like to just kick back, relax, and build for a while. So maybe have a couple more of those in the future. Second thing I wanted to show you guys before we get started with today's video is I just put a little bit of decoration out here as well. Got 2 of the banners, got some barrels, some flowers, just giving a couple of different colors up here. Got some of the cherry leaves as well, just to give it a little bit more color. Added in a slight design up here with the deep slate just to get a little bit of a break from the acacia. I thought it was a little plain where we just had acacia going out across this entire roof, so just wanted to give it a little color there, and then got rid of, I think there were 2, or maybe it was downstairs, but I'll show you that in a sec. But yeah, a little bit of lighting as well. But yeah, really liking how this was. It was just kind of plain before, so I just wanted to get something up here as well. And then last thing I wanted to show you guys was I did build this dock. So we do have something down here now. So as you can, well, I guess there's a couple of different things I need to show you guys before we get started, but revamp this entire area. So we'll start right underneath this balcony first. So just added in a couple of the mangrove trapdoors just to give it a little bit of color. Some more barrels just to give it some more texture down here. The brewing stand, I just like how these light up with the shader packs. So just a little bit of light, I guess, just to break up, you know, the monotony of the wood. And then built this dock, so wanted to have a lot of different textures, different colors. So it looks like we got a trapdoor open right here, so let's fix that. So leading off with some potted plants, do have the large pots that go around the different entrances to the dock. Mixed in some of the leaves. We have the flowering azalea, and then we got the cherry, and then I believe these are dark oak. I can't remember. They all kind of look the same when it's dark out, but yeah, really liking the design of this. Got some more barrels in the beginning, just kind of like a little bit of a table structure just to give it some design, so it wasn't just plain in the middle. 2 different types of trapdoors just to break up the different patterns that we have. But yeah, really liking how this is looking. Really like how it turned out. And then we can actually just go ahead and fly up to this tree right here just to give you guys a look, just so you can have a little bit of an aerial view. So yeah, more leaves on top just to give it kind of that overgrown feeling. Really liking how the vines are going down just to give it a little bit more texture as well. We can go down here just to get a different view as well. So yeah, really liking how this turned out. I feel like it flows really well with the house, just with the cherry leaves leading straight from the dock into this second floor. And then as you have the cherry saplings over here as well, I feel like it just ties in very nice. I hear a zombie. let's go ahead and kill this guy. What's up, dude? Is he stuck? No, he's not stuck. Let's kill this guy. So yeah, guys, last thing I hear a skeleton. Wait, how is this guy not burning? There he is. Alright, well, I don't understand how he didn't die faster, but we'll just kind of roll with it. Yeah, so I guess one last quick thing, or two last quick things that kind of tie into the rest of the house or the builds that we did before, I guess in between the last episode and now. Added in a couple of these just like street lights, I guess. So just some stone, chiseled stone, with some fences, and then I like having the lanterns coming down from these hoppers. I feel like it just looks like a nice hanging lantern, just giving it a little bit of more texture. I think I might end up changing out this post right here just to give it just some more girth, I guess, for lack of a better word. But I don't know if I necessarily like how skinny the fences are up until the trapdoors, and then having this hopper here. But I do like the hopper, so I don't know, we'll work on it. But yeah, just added in some grass, and then just kind of continued this path design throughout the entire house, or I guess around the house. Let's fill those in. Yeah, so really liking how this turned out. I'm starting to love how we have a kind of a color theme going on, and we can kind of use that around the rest of the builds. Now, there will be some separations and some differences between each build that we're doing, but you know, I'm loving what we've got so far. So today you are probably wondering, what are we going to be doing? What are we going to be doing? So today we have a couple things on the docket. For our first thing, we need to go to the Nether. I think I mentioned it in the last episode, but yeah, we need to go to the Nether. It's kind of crazy that we've already killed the dragon, and we haven't even been to the Nether yet. So we definitely need to do that. The next thing we are going to do is we are actually going to get a barn going, because we need to move these animals just so we can start building out around our starter house. So the big build today will be the barn. Going to the Nether will be our first thing, because we just need to get some blaze rods. I want to get some end rods for the decoration. We had some end rods available just from going to the end, and then a couple of blaze rods just from what Stingers gave us, because he had been to the Nether already. So let's go explore the Nether real quick, and then we can get into some building later. I think I actually already have everything on me. Let's just throw this stuff away. I don't necessarily need any of this right now. So let's go ahead, and I think I have everything I need in this shulker box. I brought an extra one just in case we're going to be finding anything that you know, we want to take back. Maybe not going to have some space in our inventory. What I want to do is put the Nether portal in line with this staircase right here, having it next to the river. So we're going to do a little bit of a bigger Nether portal design, just because I want to build like a tower around it. So let's go 1, 2, 3 to keep it in line, and then we'll go 2 more, and then let's go up 1, 2, 3. So that'll be 4 total. 5, 6, 7. So we get a 7. I believe that's 7 by 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think. So let's wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. All right. Cool. Let's go ahead and round this bad boy out. We'll go ahead and get like a tower design going for this as well. So we'll have like the tower, or we'll have to make like a design for this, and then we'll go and make our barn. But let's do it. I really hope we get a good spawn. Let's see. Don't get me anywhere bad. I do have my elytron, so if we're on like any sort of mountain, or I guess like a cliff, and I end up falling off, I can just fly away. But yeah, let's see. Okay, so this isn't terrible. It'll be nice that we can just go ahead and build, like, it's not like we don't have to like build like a I guess like a platform or anything to keep us safe. It would be nice to find kind of like an open space to fly out of. So let's just dig around this real quick and just clear this out, just so we can come back and make like a little Nether hub design at some point. All right, so let's put down some torches so we know where we're going. Let's go this way. I don't really stuck in here. I don't know. Wait, is that... Wait, I think I just... Yeah, I hear something through here. Let's see if we can break through this real quick and see if we find anything. Oh! Okay. I think I hear a piglin. So let's, yeah, okay. Whoa, dude, those eyes are crazy. Oh my gosh. Why are they glowing? Dude, that's terrifying. Okay. Let's see if we can get this guy right here. Bada bing. Goodbye. Okay, I think he was the only one. Alright, I came back here because I was going to just go ahead. Oh! I was gonna say, I just gonna come back here. I was just gonna start digging straight line. Whoa, he turned like pink. Okay. Can we? Okay, what I think we're going to end up doing is just digging in a straight line. Dude, see, I'm hearing sound like a magma cube, maybe? Let's grab some of this quartz. And then I kind of want to just start digging through the walls, and then we can kind of see where we end up. Let's see. Get to that. Sounds like it's like right. Yeah, right here. Okay. Oh, sweet. All right, we made it. All right. All right, that wasn't as hard as I thought it was gonna be. I thought we were gonna have to go way further than that. But all right, let's just let's put some torches here so we know exactly where we are, just so we can see it from a distance. Let's look at our chords just to be safe. Okay, 45-ish, 145. All right, let's just take off, and then we'll see where we are. Okay, we got a little bit of a warp forest. Okay, cool. Wait, is that a... Dude, no way. Is this already a fortress? No way. Wow, what are... Dude, what are the freaking chances? Okay. Let's grab some of this stuff. Okay, Enderman. Let's just grab some of this stuff real quick. Dude, no way. What are the chances we got a fortress right here? We're gonna be able to make a blaze farm and have it too far from spawn. Oh. Dude, I still cannot get over these piglins. Why is his eyes glowing? That's just super creepy. And you're dead. Alright. Alrighty, let's see. I don't think there's anything. Oh, wait, let's get rid of this guy. Do we want to get some glowstone? Yeah, let's get some glowstone too, just for safe measure since we're here. I mean, we're gonna eventually be able to trade for this once we get our trading hall set up, but I think for now, it'd just be nice to get a couple pieces so we can use it in our builds. Alright, yeah, let me grab this and then let's head up to the fortress. You know what? It makes traveling in the Nether 100 times easier when you have Elytra. Like, I can't even, like, having to pillar up this entire thing or climb up, that would be such a pain in the butt. Alright, let's do this, and then let's land a little further away just so we can get, like, an aerial view. I don't want to land right on, like a wither skeleton or something like that. Alright, yeah. That was definitely the right move, because we got some hoglins over here, so let's drop down right here. Alright, buddy, you want to be a pork chop? Come here. And one more. Wait, did I not hit him with that first one? Alright, let's get this guy right here. Sorry, dude. Let's get his friend. Oh, we got a wither skeleton right here. Okay, okay. Let's hit him once, and then let's see if we can do one of these. Okay. Let's get this guy. I don't think we got a skull. Alright, no worries. I hear a blaze already. Dude. Is this a blaze spawner? Dude. We're getting so lucky. This is crazy. Alright, so we got the blaze spawner like right there. If I hop down... Wonder how far this goes. Yeah, so that ends. Okay. So we know we can at least dig into it right there. There's an actual skeleton. Goodbye. Alright, let's go down. Let's actually... I want to put some of this stuff away real quick just because I feel like we picked up a lot of random stuff. The white shulker box is what we use to just dump all of our random crap into, so let's just get all this in there. Okay, is there going to be a wither skeleton around here waiting to kill me? That is always the question. That's dead end. We can go that way. Let's actually check out this blaze spawner real quick. I think it was over, was it this one? Yeah, let's go this way. I hear, oh, up! This dude just dropping down on me. Maybe should I be walking around with my chest piece on instead of my elytra? Probably. So let's do that. Let's actually get this over here. We can just keep it in our hotbar just so we can switch it out when we need to, but where is, okay, there it is. Oh, okay, we got it. All right, let's we're gonna dig just kind of this way towards it. We'll come back maybe later and get the farm going, but for now, ooh, this is nice. Just dig right up to here. Let's take out the, oh wait, no, actually we're gonna need the torches. But put some of this stuff away that I don't need. It's like if I break that, actually let's put this, let's do one of these. And one of the, okay, is this guy just gonna fall into this? I don't know how many blaze rods I want to bring back. Oh. Oh. Alright. Yeah, since we didn't even get a single blaze rod. Ow. Okay, that hurt. I didn't realize it was open. You know what we're going to do is we're not going to be done with this. We are going to make, I have an idea. Let's get that guy down, and then we're going to need some slabs. Alright, let's put these back. We'll probably take this out. Oh! What the heck? Alright. Was not expecting that. Alright, so if we get this here. Alright. I think we need to move it up like one more. Like that, maybe? Okay. Dude, this is so dumb. Everybody watching this right now is probably thinking I'm like the dumbest person in the world. Listen, guys. Try my best. Just put some blaze rods. You know what? First thing we're gonna do. We're doing that. We're doing that. I can't. That's just way too loud. Alright guys, so I ended up just kind of coming in here and just smacking them. I mean, they don't really do much damage since we have bending, it doesn't really matter. So, not the end of the world. It's more so just annoying having to deal with the fire. But, I'm up to 33 right now. I think I'm gonna sit around here and maybe see if I can get like a stack of them. And then the next thing I want to do is actually go down to, or try to get down to like 15, I think is the right level for netherite. So let's try to see if we can get some of that as well. Alright guys, I'm killing the last couple blazes here. I'm trying to light this up to see if it will stop spawning. I thought it was if you got torches all around the side, it wouldn't spawn. But yeah, I went ahead and started clearing this out because we're going to come back and make this a farm at some point here in the near future, just so we could use the blaze rods for some fuel, as well as getting the end rods going. Jeez, dude, these things keep spawning like crazy. I mean, luckily we have some good armor, so it doesn't matter, but I guess it's just annoying to constantly be on fire. I think we are, yeah, I think we're up to, yeah, almost a stack and a half. Dude, can we stop, please? Can you guys relax? Just chill. It's on fire this entire time, perpetually on fire. But yeah, so we got a bunch of good stuff here. Ready to go back. I think what we are gonna do, since we have some space left in our shulker boxes, is we are going to actually go down and see if we can get some netherite, just because that would be great if we could find that. Oh, you know what? Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, you know what we're going to actually have to do is we are going to have to go find a bastion so we can get the upgrade, so we can actually put the netherite on. So let's see. Okay, I think we came in over here. Yeah, we came in up there. So let's just kind of fly around and see if we can find one around here. And then we can raid that, see if we can actually even get the upgrade, because I guess it doesn't really matter if we have the netherite if we can't even put it on at this point. So let's see if we can fly around real quick, and then we'll see if we can get a bastion to get the upgrade. Dude, it's so cool going into new parts of the Nether and you're seeing like all the lava spawning in. I feel like it just looks so cool. Just like the lava flowing down. Like look at this, like look at that spawn. That's so cool. But I mean, dude, this Nether looks amazing. Whoa, what was hot tourist destinations? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's get out of here and then let's see, what even is that? Is this gonna land right here? Let's see, what even is that? Explore all the Nether biomes. Oh, cool. That's pretty cool. Sweet. So, I guess it's pretty cool. But yeah, dude, the Nether looks amazing. Oh, we got a ghast right here. Let's get this guy out, this guy in. Let's see if we can do a little flyby right here. All right, let's loop back around. Where'd it go? Hello, Mr. Ghast. Missed. Got it. Let's see if we can get this ghast here. Let's actually get rid of these skellies too. You're dead, and you're dead, and you're dead. You're dead over here. And there's one more. Dude, what? Was that delayed on... Was that just my screen? Am I crazy? I swear I'm not crazy. Look at the Nether. This is incredible. I mean, the fog effect. That creepy noise. Dude, this is amazing. Like these shader packs, I'm not kidding. It is vanilla Minecraft, but this does not feel like vanilla Minecraft. Like this doesn't even feel like Minecraft. This feels like a whole different game. It's just incredible. I'm so happy that we found this. And we can utilize this. Oh, all right. Well, let's just grab some of these and see if we can fly around and find that bastion that we need. Alrighty, we found one. All right, let's see if we can just land somewhere to get a good view. Let's actually land right up here. See if we can just get a little perch. Boom. All right, what are we gonna need to do this? Let's get some building blocks. We're definitely gonna need to put our chest piece on, probably. Unless we just kind of want to go in and out, and then we can always come back. Let's just see if we can get a look and then go from there. All right, so we got... Oh, I wanted to show you guys this too. So I added a new mod to this pack, so we got a little zoom action, which is, I think, gonna be really cool. So like we can just kind of zoom in if we see something far away. So yeah, really liking this. Okay, so we got one guy right there. Dude, if we just kind of like break into the side right here, are we gonna be okay? So let's just kind of like, let's just land on top. Okay, got my rockets out. Let's see, is anybody gonna be up here or able to get me from up here? I don't think so. Let's see, is there anybody down here? Okay, let's take these guys out while we're here. I don't think they can get me up here. Okay, is that brute gone? Let's get a rocket and just kind of fly down right here. Okay, so let's kill these guys. I don't think they can even see me from this far away. Dude, what? I feel like on this server, some of my arrows aren't even registered. Oh, is he dead? No. I hear one. I think he's right below me. I think he's below me. Very scared to go down some of these just because I don't want to get like trapped. Smiths. Okay, we got the snout pattern. Let's take this stuff. Let's take the gas tiers and then the arrows and then... Do I need to get out of here? No. Okay. Okay, so there's one right here. He's got a crossbow. Let's just get rid of this guy. I think I got that other brute. Okay, please tell me. Please tell me the template's in here. Gilded. Okay, sweet. Soul speed. Nice. I hear somebody. I hear somebody. I don't think they can. I don't think there's anybody that can climb up here. I think we're okay. So let's just kind of take this stuff that we need. I'm just so terrified that somebody's gonna come up behind me and just smack me off into the lava. Chains, iron, we don't necessarily need. Okay, cool. Okay, we need to make our way down to the treasure room, which I believe is on the bottom floor. Alright, let's just fly over here real quick. See if we can land. Okay. Okay, so I did see some piglin brutes. Yeah, like there's one right there, I think. Is there a way we can like angle ourselves to be able to just shoot at these guys? Because I saw the double chest down there. We are definitely not gonna be able to get down there until we kill these guys because they will destroy us as soon as we get down there. Oh, we got it! The netherite upgrade. Okay, okay, okay. What can we get rid of? Let's get rid of the pork chops, the gold legs we don't need. Oh, brute! Dude, that brute came out of nowhere. Okay, okay, okay. We got a couple of the piglins done. Alright, let's get rid of this brute. You're dead. And let's get rid of this guy, and I think we might actually be good to go get these chests. Because I hit 2 of them into the lava, and then one actually just like kind of jumped into the lava by himself. Which, like, you know what? Hey man, if you're having a bad day, I'm not going to tell you what to do. But, let's get rid of these 2, actually. Yep, got that guy, and then I think this guy right here might actually be the last one over here, so we might not be able to just kind of fly over here. Oh, nope, we got this guy right here. Okay, yeah, he can't get us though, so we're good. Yeah, he's good, and then this guy, he's gone. So we can just kind of grab this stuff. Alright. Alright, I believe there was a chest right here. Yeah, let's grab this stuff as well. Iron, okay, block of iron, interesting. Let's see if we can throw some stuff in here. Alright, I don't know if there were any other chests over here, but I think we should be safe to explore. We took out most of the piglin. Or the piglins, I guess. This place is just a giant death trap, dude. Oh my gosh, there's like there's lava everywhere. There's holes that you can fall into at any second. It's just, it's not a safe place. Alright, so I think we got everything over here that we needed to get. Ooh, I like those. I'm actually gonna take that. I actually really like that. Okay, we got some more guys over here. Let's get rid of these guys. You're done. And you're done. Maybe? Okay, so we got 2 more over there. Yeah, let's make our way over there, because that's where we're going to have to actually end up, because we got all the loot that's over in this area, so we don't need to stay here. I mean, it's nice that we can just kind of like sit here and kill these guys, because they're definitely not going to be able to make it across. You're done. And where's your friend? Alright, so there's one more pigman or piglin. I keep saying pigman. Piglin over here somewhere. I don't know exactly where he went. Okay, we got a double chest right here. Sweet. Let's see. What do we got in here? Some iron, some more gilded blackstone, some more. I don't. What do the spectral arrows do? We're gonna have to figure that out. Oh, brute, 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 brute. Okay, I think what the plan is should be, let's go back from the top and then make our way down back over here. Alright, I don't know what the best way to go down this is because I can't see any of the piglins. I know there's a brute somewhere. but I don't know where they can come from, and I really don't want one just like falling on top of me. I feel like that's almost as bad as having like a creeper fall on top of you. I mean, it's gonna hit like a truck. I know we got our totem, but I would prefer to not have to deal with that. Is there, I mean, is it even worth it? Is there like a treasure room or something? Okay. Here's an opening. I'm gonna eat this golden apple actually just to be safe. Alright, we got those two. I hear a brute, I think, somewhere. Oh, there it is! Oh! Totem! Dude. That thing hits like a freaking truck. Oh my god. That's so terrifying. Dude, okay. We need to get somewhere safe. We need to get somewhere safe so I can look at this other totem. Totem popped. I'm starting to question whether this is a good idea or not. Alright, I don't think we've gotten that chest, so we're going to get that one real quick. And then we're gonna bounce, because I don't even want to mess with these guys right now. Alright, now what we're gonna do is, let's see if we can find somewhere that doesn't seem to have a ton of lava lakes around it. So like, let's see, we are at 38. We need to go down 23 levels. Alright, so we're at Y level 15, and I believe, alright, so I read this a while ago. So if we go F3G, trunk borders shown. So I read this a while ago that if you go along a chunk border, you're more likely to find netherite. Okay, whoa. Okay. Which I don't know if that's true or not. I guess we'll find out. But that's not netherite. That's still sand. Okay. Almost had me for a second. So we're actually just gonna go like, if I just do this and just kind of like, oh my gosh, dude, are we gonna have to deal with a bunch of gravel? This is gonna be super annoying. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go 2x2, I guess, in a straight line for a little bit, and then hopefully we get enough to bring back to get all of our armor at least, maybe tools. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. Let's just see how much. I'm not gonna go forever. I'm just gonna go for a couple minutes and then we'll see what we can get. All right, guys. So I actually went back and dropped everything off to make some TNT because I was down here and could not find anything. So I'm gonna go the old TNT route. But was just digging down to get down to 15, and lo and behold, look at what we got. First piece of ancient debris, and it's 2. Okay. Can we get lucky? We cannot. But hey, you know what? It's not bad. We'll take it. So now that we're down here, we are at 16, so we need to go down one more. I want to go away from all of the basalt and things like that. So let's just go back like this way. I want to dig a little bit to the right. Wait, is that more? No, it's not. Okay. So let's throw our chunks back on. So if we go F3G, okay, so we're gonna go like right here. So let's go F3G. Yeah, so we just need to go like right here. So let's just dig a little bit. I've got 44 pieces of TNT. I can always go back and get some more. Salty's got a mob farm that's got I can make TNT, or I can just go AFK at Stinger's. Oh. Okay, so we need to be careful. So let's just go like this, and then you know what? We're just gonna let it rip. All right, let's do one more, and then let's get our flint and steel, and then we will go run and cover. So yeah, I don't know how. Let's just see how many we can get with this 28. Okay, that's loud. Dude, how are we even gonna be able to see anything? Oh my god, there's so much lava. Okay. Alright, well, let's just start clearing out some of this lava, and then let's see if we can actually even get some ancient debris. Alright, guys, I think we're just gonna have to abandon this one, because, like, I've been trying to clear out some of this lava, and I haven't found anything. It's just gonna be a pain in the butt to go all the way through. So what we're gonna do is we're actually just gonna go this way, and hopefully there's not as much lava, because that was insane. I don't think that, I mean, I tried to go, like, right under, we're, like, essentially right underneath the portal, so hopefully we aren't next to a huge lava lake. I mean, I know there was the little, like, lava ravine that was kind of underneath the portal, but I thought I dug away from it, so maybe it's just a different, either a different one, or maybe it just goes further than I had anticipated it to go. So, oh my gosh, of course. All right, everybody settle down. All right, well, maybe that was just a little pocket. Oh, what do you know? Dude. Okay, just one. Just one. Okay, we almost have enough for a piece of netherite, so let's just keep going. Let's do this, and then let's just back up. Oh yeah, this was definitely a better move. Going this way, although no netherite. Okay, I think we might need to put them closer together. So let's just finish out this, like, little strip that we did of TNT, and then we'll do one more row of 8, I think. Yeah, we need one more. So let's see if we can get one more. Oh, okay. Did you see that? I saw a bunch. Okay, so let's get this lava plugged, and then we should be, yeah. There's 3 right there. Okay, sick. So we're at least gonna be able to get one piece of netherite. Now then the question becomes, what do we want to put it on? I mean, we don't necessarily need the armor at this point, like at this very moment, because we already did the dragon, and then, I mean, I guess for the wither maybe, but we don't even have wither skulls. Tools would be nice, so that way we can just get things done quicker. So maybe the pickaxe. Oh, maybe the pickaxe. I think that might be the move. All right, guys, so I lied. I came back down, made some more TNT. We got, like, just a little over 2 stacks, and so you know what? We just can't half-ass it. You know, we gotta go full send. If we're gonna go try to get netherite, we're gonna get netherite. So we're gonna just use the rest of this TNT to see how much more netherite we can get. Okay, so I accidentally hit the piglins. They got hit by the TNT, so we are gonna have to kill all these guys, and I do believe that they are all gonna come after me. I don't know how many are down here, but they are all gonna be angry at me. I hope they're not too angry at me for too long. We'll just have to see when we get back up there. Hopefully it's not too bad, but yeah, I don't know. But at least we're finding some more netherite. I think the TNT is definitely the right move, going to get that, and at least in the first place. I'm trying to think of how many netherite pieces we're actually, or I guess ancient debris pieces we're actually gonna need. Is it 8? I believe it's 4 each, or 4 netherite, or ancient debris, I guess, pieces per netherite. I hope that's right. My math is correct. So we have 8. Third, we need 32, so half a stack. I had 6 before. We're at 11. This will make 12 and 13. So we'll need 19 more. Oh gosh. All right. I don't know. We probably won't get it all on this one, but at least we might be able to get, like, our sword and our pickaxe, because whatever we use here, I think we're gonna be good with and be done with, and then we'll just get the rest of it at a later date, because I don't want to be down here forever. But at the same time, you know what? It's fun to blow stuff up. So we're gonna utilize the rest of this TNT and then see what we can get. Alright guys, so we made it back. I got the rest of the ancient debris finished smelting, so we're up to 22. Okay. And it is 4 pieces of gold for netherite ingots, so we've got 5. Let's go ahead and get those made. And then the next thing we need to do, I believe, is we need to duplicate the smithing upgrade. Or the netherite upgrade. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we can just go like that. And then if we do it again, then we should have... Okay, do we need to do it again? Let's just go ahead and duplicate it. Okay, so wait. Is that going to be 7? I think that's going to be enough. I think that's good. Let's go to our upgrade station and we can figure out what we're going to do. I definitely think the first thing that we're going to want to do is our pickaxe. So let's go ahead and get that bad boy done. And then the next thing I wanted to do was the... do I want to do the sword? Yeah, let's go ahead and get our sword done. And then let's get our armor done. But the 3 pieces that, you know, we don't necessarily ever take off. So our helmet, and then let's throw our boots, and then our leggings. Just because if we're going to be using our elytra, I'd rather have the pieces of armor that we're going to normally have on be netherite. Oh, yeah, we are looking right, guys. We're looking right. All right, so now what we can actually do is let's see if we can get some of these armor trims going. So I'm curious. Oh, boy. We're not going to be able to duplicate these, are we? We are not going to be able to duplicate these. Okay, so we're actually going to go get some... We're going to need to go get some diamonds, so we'll come back to that at some point. So, yeah, let's just leave it there for now. But, yeah, we got netherite armor, so we are rocking and rolling. Looking right. Looking good. So let's see. Okay, so now all we have to do is we can get our barn going. Alright guys, before I completely forgot, before we get to the barn, we are gonna have to make a little design for our nether portal. So what I had in mind is I want to make it like a tower. So I think if we go like 1, 2, 3, this, let's see, this would be 7. So if we go like 1, 2, 3, and then make this the entrance. So like have this be a link up. So like, let's see, 1. So if we go like 1, 2, 3, that would be like a little box. So that would be like a 7 by 7 box, like this. Okay. I want to have like a ring, kind of like a quartz ring go around, and then have it go up like 3 different levels and have it just get narrower and narrower as we get to the top. So actually what I want to do is something else as well. I have an idea. Hold on. Curious if this will work. I saw this in a video where somebody had like a nether portal that like crisscrossed each other, and it worked out well. I really like the design. It also makes it so you can have like a pretty uniform. So is that gonna work? I don't think that will work. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. So let's just take this down. All right, so let's start mapping this out. If I go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this would be 7. So let's just do like a. How do we want to map this out? Let's use the blackstone for now, so we can just get like how big we want the circle to be around this, and then we can always just take it out. But I believe if we do like one of these 2, is that right? No, we would just need 2. What do we just need 2? So something like that. That could work. Okay, and then we go 1, 2. All right, I want to take a step and get up on this tree and just see what's going on. Okay, is that big enough? I think I might want to make it like 2 wider. So like if we go like this. Alright, now let's see, how is this looking? Can I land on the tree? Okay, yeah, I'm liking that size much better. So let's go ahead and start getting this quartz in, and then we can just start building up the walls. Alright, I think I like this design, but we are going to need a lot more quartz. So the idea is we'll have, oh, we still need to do some blackstone over here. So I really wanted to mix in, essentially wanted to have all of the blocks or color schemes that you could find in the Nether included in this build. Just think that would be cool to just keep the theme of the Nether, the portal, and all that stuff, just so it's cohesive. And I'm thinking, I'm trying to decide whether I want to keep like these open and just put like vines and stuff and make it more of like, I don't know, kind of like a Greek style building where you have just columns surround and then kind of like gaps in between the columns that you can see inside. But I don't know if that's gonna be the plan. I still need to figure out what we're gonna do. So I mean, the first thing we're gonna need to do is go get some quartz. So let me do that, and then I'll bring you guys back, and then we can start kind of messing with a design. We'll start with one of the sides, and then we'll start copying it around. But yeah, we definitely need a lot more quartz.
Alright guys, just spent a ton of time going to gather a bunch more quartz. That took a lot longer than I thought it was going to, but with the elytra, anything is possible. Anything is possible. So, bringing you guys back, started working on this outside design for the Nether portal tower. So, I'm really liking how the end rods are reflecting off of the quartz. Got a little bit of a mixed design with the chiseled quartz, and then we have just the regular quartz mixed in with some of the smooth quartz. And then having the pillars on the corners, I guess if you want to call it, because it is technically a circle, but if you want to call it a circle, that's what I'm going to call it. It just adds a little bit of accent. And then having the chains in between, I had some fences, some blackstone fences in there, and I just didn't like how thick they were compared to the end rods and then the fences, so just added in a little bit of chainage, and I'm liking how that turned out. So I think we're gonna go ahead and just duplicate this design all around in each side, at least for this first level. Like I said before, I think we're gonna have 3 tiers to this build, and then we'll have to just mix up the design as we go higher. Also started working on a little bit of a design for the interior. So using some of the chiseled with the smooth. I like how this is a little bit, plain might not be the right word, but I like how it all just kind of flows. I started with a couple of different designs, just putting in some different blocks, having the chiseled, also having in some soul sand, just because I do have soul speed, and I don't know, it just didn't really flow how I wanted it to. I kind of want it to be a little bit more minimalist in here. Just keeping the colors a little bit more neutral, maybe, is that the right word? But kind of continuing the theme of having the same design from the outside coming in. I experimented with some of these, but I don't know. I think I actually do just like having the nether brick in there, so we're gonna go ahead and get that exchanged. But yeah, I'm really liking this floor actually. I think we're gonna go ahead and keep this. Do I have any smooth quartz? We do. So let's just go ahead and let's finish this floor real quick. Need to grab a little bit more smooth quartz. And as you saw, I was working on a little bit of a design just to put around the portal. I don't know if I'm necessarily in love with what we have. I don't know. I don't want it to be too bulky, right? So like if we come over here, the edge of the portal is this pillar. So if we go out, we're almost out like 2 blocks essentially. So I don't necessarily know if I love that. And then coming in, like if we were to come in over here, it seems like it's a little narrow right here, just coming around from this side entrance. We're gonna have something over here eventually, don't know what that's gonna be, but it just seems a little narrow coming in, so we might end up changing this design. I do like the front, so we will end up keeping this, I think. And I do like how we have the end rods hanging from a chain, and then I like how we have a little bit of a mixture between the chiseled, the pillar, and then the smooth slabs up top. Thinking too, we don't have any of the let's see, where did that go? Block of quartz, smooth. We can get rid of that. We don't have any of the quartz bricks in here, so I'm wondering what it'll look like if we just kind of change out a couple of these for the quartz bricks. So let's maybe get this one as well. Let's just experiment real quick before we start doing it on every side. So let's do that, and then let's grab. Can we grab this? Grab that. Alright, let's take a step back and let's see how this looks. Ooh, yeah, I actually like that a lot with the brick. Just a little bit more texture, so we're getting 4 different types of blocks in there. Just to break up a little bit of just the similarness between the smooth quartz and the regular quartz. Just because the regular quartz does have like a little bit of an outline, but I mean it is just like one full block. So I'm gonna go ahead. All right, let's move. Let's get rid of this guy, and let's get rid of just like this guy and maybe that guy. And then, you know what, just for measure, let's get rid of this top one as well. And then let's just start throwing, oh wait, you know what, we're gonna have to climb to the top there. Alright, let's get this guy, and then let's just climb up and slab this guy down and see how this looks. I think we're gonna end up really liking how this looks. Just mixing in one more block just to give the wall a little bit more texture. So let's see. Oh yeah, okay, perfect. I actually really like that a lot. So let's go ahead and just start duplicating that on each of these sides. Alright, so we got the wall design duplicated on each side. We're going to end up having to take out this sugarcane. I think I'm going to end up filling this in as well, just because eventually what we're going to do is be decorating this entire river system, and I guess opening to the ocean. I'm going to put a bunch of sea coral down there, light it up, make it look real fancy and nice, and then I think what we're going to do, I think it'd be fun to have like a boat out here. That sheep is on top of that tree. That's interesting. That guy's just, you know, having a great time doing some parkour. Alright, so let's go ahead and get the lights and the end rods and the brick place. So we got the brick. Do we have the end rods? Oh, we're going to need those. And then let's get some of the chains. What else do we need? We need some warped fences. We might, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we need 7 more sides, I believe. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, I'm an idiot. So 4, yeah, we need 4 times 6, 24. So we only have 10, so we are gonna need more. Alright, so let's grab there. One more after that, and there. And then we can get our end rods down, one facing up, one facing down, and with a chain. Yeah, it's a simple design, but I mean with the quartz, I'm just loving how the light reflects off of it. That is it. Let's take a step back, just double check. Yeah, that's looking really good. I don't know if we're gonna end up, I feel like we might end up throwing something like here just to give it a little bit more texture. But for now, let's just keep throwing this design all around the edge. And then let's take a step back. And then if we want to put something down, we can, or maybe we'll start working on the top, or I guess the roof of this first floor. But let's just put these guys down real quick. All right, so we got the design duplicated across each side, and I went and got a little bit of the warped wood, and I'm gonna put some trap doors. I'm trying to figure out what the best design for this would be. Okay, so what if we did like something like this? Is this gonna work? Let's just take a step back. I'm also wondering if we alternate, is that going to be better? Just to give it a little bit more color. Like what if we did, not even alternate, but what if we did like a, let's get rid of this. So what if we just got rid of like this middle one? So like we did that, and then we put the blue like this. How does that look? You know what, that's not too bad. I'm wondering if we did this and then added it on each side, how that would look. I mean, we are covering up all of the texture we just did, but it still looks, you know what? I actually really like that. That's not too bad at all. Let's see. Okay. First off, we're gonna need to do something with this. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I'm necessarily in love with it. What if we just kept it in the middle 3? Can I reach that, please? Can I reach that? I don't think I'm gonna be able to reach that. Wait, what if we did? Nope. All right, we'll just have to leave it for now. Let's take a step back. You know what? That's actually not too bad. I actually don't mind that at all. So let's see if we do like 1, 2, 3, and a 4, and then we do a warp blue right there. How does that look? You know what? I actually really like that. I mean, we're gonna have like a balcony coming up here, so like that will be covered. So let's just go ahead and duplicate this around each side, and then I think what we're gonna do is get the exterior built, and then we'll focus on the interior. I just would like to get all the exterior built, just so I don't have to worry about it anymore. Just because in my own head I am thinking about a million different things and what we need to get done for this build. So if we can just get the exterior done, that would be ideal. So let me get this done, and then we can get the interior. Actually, no, wait. Let me throw these on, and then we'll work on the roof a little bit. All right, we got it duplicated on each side, so we can start working on the roof design right here. So like I said, it is going to be like a 3-tiered tower. So for the first level of the roof, I think I want to utilize the bricks. So let's see, do we have enough bricks? I bet we don't have enough bricks. Yeah, we only have 25, so we're gonna have to go make more. Alright, so we got a little bit of a design on the bottom. I went ahead and finished the outside with the trapdoors. So just added a couple of slabs just going around the side just to give it a little bit more of illusion of having some support. I'm wondering if we throw some stairs, how's that gonna look? You know what, that's not terrible. I don't necessarily want to put a slab there, that's the only thing. I mean, I guess we could put like a chiseled block, but then I kind of want to duplicate this on top, so where we do... What is that achievement? Catch an axolotl in a bucket. Nice. Good for him. Congratulations to him. But let's get some of these stairs. How's that gonna look? Yeah, I like that a lot. So let's see if we can do something like this. And then what we actually might want to do is... Actually, you know what? Yeah, we're going to keep this. So we're going to get on the roof. Yeah, so the roof, I want to use some of these bricks. And what I think the plan is, because we're going to have like a 3-tier, we're just going to have to go up. Like, I'm going to have one set of stairs going around, and then a set of stairs to bring it in. So 2 levels of stairs just to bring it in 1 block, so that way when we go up to the next level, it goes in 1 more block, so that way we end up like having the roof 2 blocks in, so then it'll be like here, you'll be able to look like all the way up to the top of the tower. So we're gonna need a lot of stairs, so let's get some of these in here, and then let's get some stairs. Ooh, chiseled. Wait, what does this look like? I don't think I've ever used this. Let's see what this looks like. Wait, I wonder if we replace like these with this, how is that gonna look? Ooh, much better, much better. Okay, so let's get rid of this, and let's just let's put some of these chiseled blocks all the way around, because this looks like it's much better. And then we can utilize the bricks just because it'll break up the texture a little bit. Ooh, yeah, I like those a lot. Okay, cool. We're learning something new every day. So let's get a couple more of those and then put them all the way around the build. Alright, so got these replaced. Let's go ahead and get the stairs, and then we can start working on the roof. So let's get a whole bunch of those, and then let's just start placing them around the top up here. Do I have these stairs? Yeah, so we're gonna need these, and then I'm wondering how we're going to connect these. Like, I'm wondering how far out our stairs are gonna go. So what we really want to do is, I think what we need to have like something like this maybe, and then we can just kind of continue this around like this. Oh, that's not right.
And then, because like I just I don't know how far out I want to take the roof. I was kind of thinking it was going to be like a thinner tower. I don't want to have the roof overhang too much. So we're just going to have to experiment, and I bet I can almost guarantee that some of these aren't placing correctly. So we might have to change some of these out. Just making sure everything's placed correctly. Yeah, I think that's going to work. And then what I actually think we're going to do is we're going to take out this and this, and then we're going to replace it with the nether brick stairs and just continue that throughout the entirety of the first level of the roof. Just because I want it to be uniform. I do want it to be kind of like a circle-ish thing. Tactical. Dude, this guy is just achievement hunting right now. And I hear a pigman. Lots of stuff going on. Lots of stuff going on. So let's, yeah, we're going to go through and let's just take out all of these stairs that are around here. And then we can get the nether brick stairs placed throughout the entire first level. And then we can come up here and start doing some nether brick stairs on top. Finishing up this last side, and then we can take a look. So we can just get these last couple, and then we need to go across. And then I do have some more nether brick cooking, so we're gonna have to go grab. Oh, so we're gonna have to go grab that. I did also end up making some more scaffolding because it is extremely annoying to have to go around and try to make stairs when you're having to like crouch and everything. So got some scaffolding. So let's just break this down, and then we can take a step back and see how it's looking. All right, so let's fly away and just see how this is looking. Is this going to be uniform? Now, why do these? Yeah, so that's going to be an interesting one. I think we can just do like a half slab right here, or we could do like a light. Ooh, you know what would be actually cool if we put a soul campfire there, and then use this as like a light source for the roof. So just put like something right here, and then that way we could have like a uniform roof going up. So let's go, do we have the bricks? So let's go grab those other bricks that are smelting right now. And then I think we're going to do stairs, since I want to have it go up a little bit more vertically than if we were to use like half slabs. So let's just grab all of these. I don't know if we have enough. That's the real question. I think that's everything. So let's go. All right, let's grab these, and then let's head back over here, get the slab, or get the brick stairs. Okay, so let's do this and throw these in here. We're gonna get some more stairs. Boom. And then, ooh, you know what actually I want to do is, what do we need for the soul campfires? Wait, soul campfires. So we need some soul sands, and then some stripped wood and some sticks. I have soul stand in one of these right here. Okay, and then let's just use half of these for the sticks, so we can go ahead and do this. Boom, and we have it. Cool. So let's just go ahead and get a bunch of these. I mean, I guess we only needed 4. Can we sleep? Yes, sleeping now. Alright, so now that we have slept, let's see. I'm wondering if there's any other types of trapdoors that we can make. Like, I don't think there's another brick trapdoor, which we don't even have anyways. So, you know what might look good is like iron trapdoors or copper. Ooh. Alright, let's put the campfire down first, and then let's see which one we like. So let's get these, and then let's just go over here real quick and throw one down there. So let's just use the blue over here for now. Oh wait, you know what? We're not gonna be able to put a stair down right there. Oh, well, if we're using the stairs right here, yeah, okay, we should be fine. We should be fine. So like if we do this, how is the blue gonna look versus the red? I think the blue is probably going to end up looking better, just because it'll contrast well with the nether brick, just because that is red as well. But you know what, you always got to check all the boxes just to make sure. So let's get this in and this in. Dude, I keep double placing. Can we just do that? I'll grab that in a second. Can I hop to this tree? Perfect. Okay, so let's actually just get a little bit more of a vantage point. The blue, and yeah, I think I'm liking the blue much better. It'll just contrast once we get the stairs up there too. And it mixes in well with this level just because we do utilize a little bit more of the blue than we do the red. So let's just go ahead and get this changed, and then we can start putting in these stairs. And then we are gonna need, you know what, let's make the rest of the trapdoors real quick just so we can we are not going to have enough. I don't think I have more wood in here. Yeah, there we go. And then let's just get like a half stack, and let's just make a ton of them, because I don't know how many more we're going to be using, but you know what, better safe than sorry to have more than not enough. All right, we got all 4 of these bad boys up there. So now we can start placing our stone brick stairs. So we're going to actually go in 1. So we're going to do something like this. Let's just get them across, see if we want to do any sort of like design on the parts that are diagonal, so not above the entrances. So let's just get these going first. So let's go here, and then there and there. Okay, so let's take a step back and see if this is going to be the... Oh, that was unintended. So let's see. I think if we go up... Yeah, I think if we go up 1 more, that will be good. Maybe 2 more? Maybe 2 more? So let's dude, we are not going to have enough nether bricks. All right, let's go make some more nether bricks, and then we'll come back and finish that level. All right, so we had to cook up some more... Oh, trident? Dude, this guy's stuck in a boat. Okay. I was gonna say we had to cook up some more nether brick, and I was working on a design over here for the entrance to the towers. But what I think we're gonna do is we're actually gonna take this guy out, see if we can get a nice little trident. So let's get this guy in here. I don't want to get near. I mean, should I use my looting sword? Probably. He's killing my cows, dude. What the hell? He killed my pandas. What the heck, man? Oh my gosh, are you serious? Dude, all that for not even getting a trident? What a freaking... Oh my gosh. Dude, we don't have any pandas now. Oh, alright, well, we're gonna have to go get more pandas. Dude, what the heck? That's annoying. Alright, well, that's... Yeah, we'll have to deal with that in a little bit. But like I said, I was trying to get a design going while we were waiting for the nether brick to smelt up. And I threw in just like a grindstone to chain to end rod. And I'm really liking how the grindstone, how it looks when it's hanging. I don't know. Didn't realize that it would look like that. I feel like some blocks, they only can go vertical, or they have like weird orientations, but I really like how that looked. And then just chain to end rod just to give it a little bit more light into the entrance. And then experimenting with some trap doors. I was going to put some of these decorated pots, but just with it only being a 2 or 3 wide, it made it seem a little bit narrow when I threw 2 pots in there. I'm wondering if we threw a pot in there, would that be better than the stairs? Because we don't really have any stairs coming out on top. I'm wondering, actually, I'm kind of liking this. Let's see, can we get right over here, place that bad boy? Do we want to do the blue, or do we want to do the red? Let's take a step back. If we're going to do the red trap doors, I think I want to go with the blue warped fungus. So let's throw that in there. How's that looking? Yeah. That's not too bad. Okay. I think that's something we can deal with, we can work with. So let's see. I'm trying to just get a little bit more color on the entrance, just because it was just straight blackstone throughout the entire thing. And I'm liking those trapdoors just to continue. It's on the same level. Yeah, so I'm liking how... I'm gonna go get some more. We need some more... what is this? Clay as well for the pots. I guess the smaller pots. So let's get some more clay. And then the nether brick should be done so we can go back to the roof. So we got our potted... What the... Dude, that thing came flying at me. I thought that was a regular baby zombie. Oh my gosh. Alright, so we can throw the rest of these guys in here. Let's get 1. Boom, and boom, and boom. Is it like an easier way? I feel like the crouching just never works for me. I don't know what it is. I just have not been able to get these stupid pots into these things. Okay, that's much easier. For some reason I thought you had to like sit right over top of it to put them in, but you know what? I'm an idiot. So don't listen to me. And we have a visitor? What is this guy doing? Just checking out the pond? Not a single word. He just flies in and starts walking around. No message or anything. Acting like he owns the place. Kind words from our friend Stinger. Oh, I haven't showed you guys yet, but I did clear out a lot of space right here. So this is gonna be our tunnel. I'm gonna build it so you can usually like fly in and be safe in here. But it just kind of opens up to where we've been flying around to the Nether, just a little easier to get in and out, and not having to go through the little passageways that we've dug in. Take care of this ghast. Maybe. Alright, so how does this look? So if we're down here and we look up. You know what? That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. It just gives it a little bit of a different texture. So I think we're gonna go ahead and keep that. And then we can start on the next level of the stairs. I do want to polish blackstone bricks. Yeah, so I kind of want to use. Ooh, we could use the basalt on the roof. I kind of like the Okay, let's see how this looks. Let's start with the stairs, just so we can go like this. Okay, so we're gonna use some iron fences here just to give it a little bit of a different color. How is this gonna look? Let's take a step back. Okay, I really like that. And then what if we did the brick here now? Just to break up the color. Okay, that is looking... I think that's the winner. Yeah, I think this over here is the winner. And then I think we can actually go ahead and get rid of this guy. Yes, correct. Okay, so let's do that same thing over here. So we're gonna need, all right, let's go chiseled, and then quartz pillar all the way up, and then I believe it was, yep, one more chiseled. I believe that's correct. Yep. All right, then we can drop down, and is it? I believe it's the columns. Yep, or pillars. Excuse me. So we can go pillar. And then pillar right here. Yeah, I am liking this a lot. I definitely think we're gonna wait. There was no, that's not right. Because over here we changed it so you can't see any of the obsidian of the portal. So we need to bring this out one more. 4, 5, and then bring the pillars across, and then that should. Oh, and misplaced. Oh my gosh, we're just all over the place right now. So we need to put back the. That and that, I think it was. Let's just double check, make sure. Oh no, it's just flat. Okay, so oh wait, no, that is right. That is right. Okay, I'm not crazy. Yeah, this is looking really nice. I'm loving this so far. So we have, I believe, the interior done. I'm liking how I love how the streamlights just give it a little bit more light up top. Just a little bit of the orange compared to the white of the end rod. And then the purple from the portal, it just all mixes together so well. So let's hop back onto the roof real quick, and then we can get a little bit more of that done. Alright, I'm really liking the way this is looking with the end rods on top. The stairs might be a pain if we're gonna have to replace all of them, but you know what? It is what it is. It's just the art of design. It's just the cost of doing business. So let's I think what we're gonna do is go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's take a step back and see if that's gonna be the right height that we're gonna want to have as the second layer of the tower. So if we do that, Yeah, I'm liking that a lot. So let's take a step over here. I think this was 7, so we might need to go 2 more. So let's just grab these 2, and then let's try to duplicate. All right, so we got these towers in now, or I guess the pillars. So we can start just doing our same design. So if we go like this and just kind of repeat the same design throughout the entirety of this next level, and then we can kind of mix in the different chiseled blocks and things like that as we go up. But I think what we're going to do is we can actually go ahead and just take these out actually, so we don't need the corners, just because I want to have the basalt a little bit visible, like so. Yeah, I want to have the basalt a little bit visible, but oh, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, we're probably gonna want to put like some campfires up on top of this in the middle. But let's just get the design of the next level done on this side right here. That way we can keep taking a step back to take a look at it. So what we're going to want to do is just do like mix in some blocks and then see how this looks, because we're, like I said, we're gonna have like a window design. So let's see how this looks. Let's take a step back. Okay, yeah, that's not too bad. What I'm thinking now is if we were to do the same for like a pillar like here, so like if we go like this. All right, now we got it in on both sides, and I'm actually really liking that a lot. Okay, so let's do, I think I want to do the same trapdoor design up there. So like if we can get, all right, we got the blue. Let's see if we can get, do we have any more of the red? We have 1 of the red. Do we have any more wood? We might need to go grab some more. So let's actually go grab some more real quick. Alright, so we got a little bit more of the crimson, so we can go, let's use half of this and this, just because I do want to keep a couple of these. Let's actually do it now, just so we don't lose track. And then we're going to need some more of the trapdoors, so boom. Okay, so let's get back up here, and let's put these trapdoor designs in around each of, dude, what in the world? Okay. Keeps freaking me out. I keep hearing him, or I don't hear him until he's like right up on me, and he just flies away. So let's all right, so it goes blue in the middle, and then red here, and red here, and then red here, and blue here. Okay, now let's take a step back, see how that looks. Okay, yeah, that really brings the second and the first floor together. I'm now wondering if we do some of the crimson on the first part. So like, is this gonna be too much? Now, I don't know necessarily. I just want to get, so it's not too plain. I don't want to have too much of the white exposed. Ooh, yeah, so I'm liking that a lot. So let's do that as well. You know what? That is looking really good. I think if we just get some more buttons on that top level, and then the, I guess the roof will come at the I guess the second to top level will get some more buttons, and then the roof will come over that last very, very top one. So do we have, let's make some more polished blackstone, so we can go to get some more buttons. So I think, yep, we got to make them in the crafting table, and then I don't think we're missing anything else before we go up there. And then I have shroom lights, so let's just stick some of these guys, I guess, right here for now. So let's get back up here and get some of the buttons in there. Alright, I'm climbing up the backside just because it'll be easier to have some scaffolding back here. So while we're back here, we can just go ahead and throw in the shroom lights right now. So we can go here, bang, bang. Alright, cool. And then if we, can we jump up here? Yep, okay, cool. So let's try to get these buttons down here. Alright. Let's take a step back and see how this looks with the shroom lights before we start duplicating it across everything. Yeah, that's looking really good. I like how the shroom lights are mixed in, just giving it a little bit of a warmer light compared to the end rods. So let's go ahead and just duplicate that across all sides. Alright guys, so we got the design duplicated across all sides. Let's do a quick just like flyover just to see how it's looking. And then there were a couple buttons I still need to place. Ooh, yeah, this is looking really nice. I think once we get the third level up, it'll be perfect. So let's fly just around just to get a different view. Yeah, there's a couple buttons that we need to place. So let's see if we can get over in this direction. And the last couple buttons over here. I think we should be good over here. And then, oh, nope, I'm missing trapdoors. All right, missing things all over the place. Trapdoor there, and trapdoor there. All right, so now that we are up here, we can start doing our roof. So how do we want to do this? I think just to make things easy, I think we're going to have it be like a little bit of a slabbage. So let's actually come back down here and let's just make now let's get half of these out. All right, we're gonna need more slabs. Oh, we're gonna need more slabs just because we're gonna do a second layer around the top up here. So let's fly back on up here, see if we can just land right here. All right, let's get these bad boys down right now. All right, so started working on the last floor. All right, started working on the last floor, just getting a similar design. I guess not similar, but trying to use the end rod to chain to, or I guess fence to end rod to chain, and then mixing in a little bit of the blackstone. Just because we used the blackstone on the first level, I wanted to mix in a little bit on the top. Added in a little bit of the campfires as well, just to give it a little bit of a particle effect. Liking how this is turning out. I think we are gonna have to put in, we're gonna put in some stairs here. I'm trying to add in some depth pieces, and this is gonna be a little different. I think we might need to bring down, yeah, we need to bring down this and this one. So if we do here, and then we need to where is our end rods? We need this, and then put in the chain, and then we can add in our trap doors. So we can go, let's see, it was blue, blue, and then red, and then red. Same thing here. All right, let's get that going. Alright, let's take a step back and just take a look at this. How are we liking this design so far? Alright, I like it. I definitely want some more color right here. I'm thinking we're going to use some... do we want to use nether brick is the real question. It'll kind of continue the roof. So let's go try throwing that on and then just kind of seeing how that looks. I feel like it might just be good for continuity sakes with the roof, just making it look like it's continuing to slope. So let's take a step back and look at that. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm liking that a lot. We're gonna go ahead and keep the nether brick right there. So let's go ahead and continue getting this design on each side. Just need to get our blackstone pillars in so we can go like this, just kind of mix in what we're doing. We can go like that. Get one more of those, and then there. Get our fence in there. Get our end rods in. Oh, nope. Get our end rods in here and a chain, and then I'm now realizing that we needed to get some more quartz up here, so we can go here just to match what's down here, and then stick this guy in up there. All right, so got the rest of this done. Now we just need to add in our trap doors. So just following the same design, we're gonna go the crimson to blue to crimson. Just continue that throughout this entire level as well. All right, and then of course we need to finish it off with just a couple of buttons. So let's, I don't think I have, no, I do not have any buttons. So let's hop down here and grab some of those. Yeah, we just need to do the last part of the roof and then just clean up a little bit of the interior, just because as we look, like if you go into the tower and you look up, I still want it to look nice, have a little bit of like depth and some design. Don't want it to be too plain or just have the structure of the build just exposed with, you know, not much to it. I mean, it doesn't look too bad right now. It's more so just like, I guess, my own, I don't know, OCD, I guess you could call it, of wanting to make sure everything's got some design so it's not plain. But, you know, hey, the more detail the better. You can't complain about that. Just, you know, slapping a couple things here and there, and it just makes the build look so much better. Let's just fly around real quick to see how we're liking it. I think we're gonna end up really, yeah, I'm really liking this level. And then once we stick the roof on top, I think it'll look perfect. So let's go ahead and get our roof going. We have 9 pieces of stairs. Let's get a couple more. I want it to be pretty vertical, so we're not going to use too many. Let's see if 15's enough for now. So let's see here. Do we have any more smooth quartz? Because I like the smooth quartz mixed in. Okay, cool. All right, let's roll up on top. Just come in here ever so slightly. Okay, cool. All right, now we should, let's see here, like, can we mix in a little bit of the smooth as well, just so we can get a ring of quartz to make it all look nice and uniform. How do we want to do this? Do we want to go like 1, 2, and then like continue this throughout? So like maybe wrap here. How did we have it? Yeah, so to the blackstone there. 1 there, and then maybe like 2, and then we can continue that all the way around. All right, guys, I think I got the design for the roof done. It's pretty vertical. Got some campfires on top, so we got a little bit of a mixture of how we got like the 4, and then I like how it alternates, so like it's like the second level's almost like rotated 90 degrees, and then you get the same design, so it just kind of flows as a nice little mix up. And then just threw some end rods on top just to give it a little bit of a I guess a little bit more light. So what I actually want to do is I think I might want to mix in some more of the basalt just to give it a little bit of a different color, kind of like how we did on the second floor. So if we can get some of that smooth polished basalt and then head on back up, we should be able to just throw in a little bit of this in here just to give it some more color. Just like if we take this guy out and then just put in like 1 of those and then put in the end rods, I think that'll just be nice just to give it a little bit more color up here instead of just having all of the brick. Just a little bit more texture. Never hurt anybody. Last one right here. There we go. All right, now let's actually, I kind of want to take out this as well and see how this looks, just so we can see kind of like what this looks like. So if we go like take this out and this out, just to give it a little bit of a different color, just because we've used a lot of the nether brick in here, so just to give it something to break up the sameness. And then we could always add in a little bit of end rod, some more light, never hurt anybody. So if we just slap these 2 right there, get these last couple end rods on. So let's see if we can take these guys out actually. And then we could do, let's go 1, 2, and then 3. And then what I want to do is, can we get some of that and then, or is that going to be too thick? I think that might be too thick actually. So let's take out this guy here, and then just so we can hop up onto this guy, let's go 2 and 3. Are we gonna need more is the question. Let's just step down, see how high it is, and then we can figure out maybe if we need to make it a little higher. I think if we go like 2 more high and then we get in a little bit of a flag design, I think that will work. So let's go grab a couple more of the fence posts. Alright guys, I think I got the design for the flag how I wanted it, so let's just take a quick flyer. Oh, wait, there's some scaffolding right here we should grab. I didn't use a tutorial or anything. I know there's like flag tutorials out there, but I wanted to make it seem like it was like flying in the wind. So let's take a quick look. Oh yeah. Wait, that actually looks really good. Dude. Okay. Okay. Dude, that's actually nice. Okay. Let's take a quick look from the other side. Oh my. Yeah, dude. This build turned out really nice. I'm loving the way that this looked. Taking a look at the inside. Oh, what do we got here? What does this guy have? Does he have anything we want? Ooh, pale oak logs. Oh, I wish he had the saplings. So, sorry, dude. Gotta get rid of you. Can't be staying in here forever. He's trying to run away. You guys didn't see anything. All right, let's go stick this guy back right there. All right, yeah, looking at the inside, just got some of the nether plants coming down and I guess up from the ground. Got some warp nylon in there just to give it some color. I want to put some trap doors on this, and then we need to add a chandelier. So let's see. Do we want to put the blue? I think I want to put the blue just because of the orange already on the shroom lights. So let's see if we can get just some blue around all of these shroom lights as well. Alright, last couple trapdoors right here on the first level. Then we just need to get up to this second level. Alright everyone, I think we have finished this build. I'm loving the way this turned out. I mean, I tried to stick to just using nether type of blocks. I think the only thing we used that wasn't actually from the nether was the iron chains right here, or the iron fences, and then the chains. So we got the shroom lights, we got all the different trapdoors from different wood, we got basalt, we got the blackstone, we got quartz, just a couple different structures. The top floor looks a little bit more like the bottom floor, just to kind of tie it all together like a little sandwich style. And loving the flag that we have on top, end rod sticking up, got the particle effect from all of the campfires. What was that? Dude, this guy's breaking all my stuff. Oh my god. Alright, just go ahead. This guy needs to go. Now we got 2 things we gotta replace. There we go. Cool. And then we gotta fly up and get this trap door placed. Right over here. And boom. Alright. But yeah, guys, really loving the way that this turned out. Loving the way that we have the different color designs with the different trap doors. Got all the buttons on there just to give it a little bit more texture. Loving the way the roof turned out, and this flag is absolutely massive. And then on the inside, it's not a ton of decoration, I would say. It seems like it is, but it's really just a lot of the blocks from the outside just kind of sticking into the, or coming into the inside. So just a lot more trapdoors, covering up some shroom lights. Got some plants from the nether coming in just to give it a little bit more texture, a little bit more color. So the it's just not all the white from the quartz. But yeah, this is it, guys. All in all, I'm really happy with how this build turned out. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Anything you would have changed, added, or if you're liking it, go ahead and give it a like. If you like what you're seeing in the series so far, go ahead and subscribe as well. There's going to be a lot more builds coming. I think I'm going to end the video here. I know I mentioned something about doing a barn, but this did take a lot longer than I anticipated. So in order to kind of stick to like my 1 video a week, I guess, schedule, we're going to just stick to this build for this video, and then we'll get to the barn probably in the next one. So yeah, go ahead, like, subscribe. Let's go ahead and fix this that we went by. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Have a good one.